it requires you to do.
Interesting. Well, let's continue with the other stories making headlines. It was an afternoon of tears, memories, and deep emotion as the Odinga family took to the podium at Nyayo National Stadium to pay their final tribute to the man they called father, brother, and mentor, the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Here is Haman Kamariki with that report.
Hello? Hello?
It all began with Rosemary Odinga, soft-spoken yet visibly shaken. She recounted the painful moment as she received the news of her father's passing, her voice breaking as she spoke of the man who had been her pillar of strength.
Dad, you are light, steady, unyielding, and deeply human. To the world, you are known by many names. When you were growing up, they used to call you Aluo. And then when you started work, they started calling you Jaramogi's son. And at some point, they started to call you Tinga.
Her younger brother Raila Jr. followed. His tone firm, his resolve clear. Joey. He praised his father's lifelong fight for justice and promised to carry the torch, not just for the family, but for the ideals Raila Odinga lived and died for.
I will continue to fight for values he believed in: justice, fairness, and service to others. I am very alive to the fact that my brother Fidel is gone. I remain the gentleman of the family. Dad, I want you to assure you that I will take care of our family, Mom, Rosie, Winnie, and your larger political family too. Erokamano.
And then, in one of the most emotional moments of the afternoon, Winnie Odinga took to the stage. Cheers erupted across the stadium as she approached the podium. And for a brief moment, she stood silent, breathing heavily, gathering courage.
To fellow mourners,
when she finally spoke, she called her father her superhero, the one man who never stopped believing in her.
Dad, you are light, steady, unyielding, and deeply human. To the world, you are known by many names. When you were growing up, they used to call you Aluo. And then when you started work, they started calling you Jaramogi's son. And at some point, they started to call you Tinga.
Through tears, she sang her father's favorite song, her voice trembling but powerful.
In the mountain top where the sun shines, on a mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship.
She revealed that her father took his final breath in her arms, recounting those last moments that will stay with her forever. And before leaving the podium, Winnie Odinga lightened the crowd's mood, imitating her father's infectious laughter, a sound that once filled every room he walked into.
I can see you now, laughing in your heaving manner. I can see you laughing at all of us, knowing that your wish will be done.
Then it was Oburu Odinga's turn, Raila's elder brother. He described Raila as more than a brother, a man of principle, determination, and humor, who, even as a child, would never settle for anything less than what was right.
If you came across him with lies or something mediocre, his left hand was very fast. He could give you something to teach you a lesson that you must always be truthful.
He vowed to carry on Raila's political legacy as the acting ODM leader, saying the ODM mantle remains in safe hands.
And I want to thank my party ODM for making me the acting party leader of ODM, the oldest and the largest party in East and Central Africa. I will take that mantle with vigor, and I must assure you, my colleagues, that I will not disappoint.
From laughter to tears, songs to silence, the Odinga family's tributes painted the portrait of a man who was not just a national icon, but a devoted father, brother, and a friend. Life remembered and a legacy that will live on. Haman Kamariki, KTN.
Well, that story by Haman Kamariki paints a picture of Raila Odinga, the family man. And Philip Kisia, I mean, the family was so gracious to share Raila Odinga with Kenyans over all these decades. And it's something that we can't take for granted. Briefly, what's the endearing message